Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, please hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get right into today's video. So to start off by prepping our practice hand, I will be using the No Secret Square tips from Nail Slayer Supply along with the mech nail glue to adhere them. Now that we have all the nail tips applied, we will be trimming them down to like a long length. So I do have about 5 magnets on my nail tip cutter and just trimming them down to the exact same length. And then very quickly, I'm just taking my 80/80 grit hand file just to shape up the sidewalls, and I will also be blending in the tip with the natural nail just to make it like a nice slate for when we go in with our application. So for today's set, I will be recreating this. I did go ahead and draw it, and I used the Ultimate Nail Artist template from KC Nails. I do have a link down below for you guys if you're interested. I do highly recommend purchasing these templates. It really does help out a lot when like planning any sets for your YouTube channel or for your clients. So to get into the nail set, I will be using the color Issa Girl from 𝐿. I do have a discount code along with her link down below and my link tree in the description box. So I'm starting off with a medium-sized bead of acrylic and applying it where the nail tip and the natural nail meet. I'm just gently patting it down towards the free edge and also making sure to wipe down the sidewalls to keep the nice square shape. And then for my cuticle bead, I do like to go in with another medium-sized bead of acrylic and apply it right below the cuticle area, and just taking the tip of my brush to kind of push it up into the cuticle area. And then once I get that nice and situated, I will go ahead and start blending that down with the rest of the nail. So I will be using the same color on all of the nails, so I will go ahead and let you guys just watch the rest of the application play out, and I will come back in once it's time to shape and file. So this is what our application is looking like. It looks really nice, but to get into the filing, I will be using a fine 5-in-1 drill bit and going around the cuticle area just to make sure everything is nice and flush. And for reference, I do have my drill at the speed of 9,000 RPMs when doing any step, like finish filing using my e-file. Next, I will be going with my medium grit sanding band to go around the cuticle area once more, and then I will also be going over the entire surface of the nail just to smooth it out from the acrylic application. Next, I'm going back in with that 80/80 grit hand file just to get underneath the nail, along with filing the sidewalls just to make the shape more crisp and get that nice square shape. And then later on, I will be flipping the hand over it and filing the free edge to square that off. And then lastly, I'm just taking my pink buffer and buffing over the surface of the nail just to smooth it out, because we will be doing tons of nail art and you do want a smooth surface for that. And then very quickly just taking my brush and some alcohol to clean up all that dust before we get into the nail art. So these are what the nails are looking like after everything's been shaped and filed. So let's get into everything you need for today's nail art. So I did pull out this gel polish, but I decided not to use it. It's called 𝓈𝓊𝒷𝓈𝒸𝓾 from Phoenix Nail Co. It was just more of a coral type of color, and that's not what I wanted for today's nail set, so I did switch it out later on. Then I am taking the color Royalty from Too Cute Nail Supply, and it's like a deep royal blue color. Next, you will be needing these tiny little flowers here, and I will be using the darker pink ones along with some of these pearls. Next, I will also be using my blue rhinestones, and mainly just those little circular ones. And then you also need an airbrush machine, or however you do your aura method, and some rhinestone glue. I will also be using some base coat from Brilliant Noir to act as my bluing gel. So this is the color I switched to. It is called Jenny from Profiles Backstage, and you can see here it's more of that hot pink color that I wanted. So I will be painting the entire nail on the ring finger and the index finger of this hot pink color, and then I will be carrying it in the light for 30 seconds. Now I also will be using my 25mm liner brush to create my French tips, and I'm just taking that same hot pink color and doing French tips on the pinky and the middle finger. So I did leave this part in. I did kind of mess up when doing this blooming gel type of effect. I really do need to invest in some actual blooming gel because this base coat is just not working no more. But I applied a very thin layer of that onto the French tip area, and I'm just taking a liner brush with that royal blue color and kind of doing my little like type of lines or dots or whatever you'd call it to act as my little blooming gel effect design, and it just was not turning out cute. So after I did go ahead and finish this design, I did end up wiping it off with just a lint-free wipe and some alcohol, and then I did go back in with another layer of base coat and tried to attempt the design again. So I did try to do like a different method when doing the blooming gel effect or like the design on it, and it's just not coming out super cute, but I decided just to leave it because I didn't want to keep trying over and over. So I am doing the same exact thing on the pinky finger as well. So after I'm done with this design, I will kind of just hop right into the pinky nail because it still needs to bloom a little bit. So I did not cure that middle finger quite yet. But after I do finish the pinky nail, I do go ahead and cure in the light for a full 30 seconds. Now to get into the airbrush effect, I did go ahead and mix that same blue color into my airbrush machine with some acetone. And when you're doing this, please make sure to wear gloves and a mask because it's not really the safest method when doing this. But I am applying that airbrush effect to the ring finger and the index finger, and I am doing 2 coats of that to get a nice aura effect. So this is what the design is looking like so far. So for this next part on the design, I did want to try to do like those 3D line effects. You can't really see it on the actual nail, but I still wanted to try it, and I still thought it was pretty cute. So I am doing it to the middle finger and the pinky nail as well. So for this next part, this is where the little flower charms come in and the pearls. So I'm just applying a little bit of this rhinestone glue into the center of that aura, and then I will be applying one big pink flower and then one of the smaller ones, and then applying some of the little pearls around that. And then after that, I do cure for about 10 seconds, and then I do add the little gold like caviar beads into the center of these flowers, and then cure for another 10 seconds while I move on and do the same exact thing on the ring finger. And now back to the middle nail, we will be adding those blue rhinestones along the like French tips. I'm doing 3 of the blue rhinestones. I'm just doing 2 bigger ones and, well, 2 bigger ones and then 1 smaller one on top of that to kind of create like a triangle look. And then I will also be adding some pearls along that as well. And then again, curing that for 10 seconds and doing the same exact thing to the pinky nail. So I forgot when I drew this sketch that I was supposed to have some pearls underneath the blue rhinestones as well, but I didn't leave any room for that, so I am just applying one pearl underneath that and then again curing that for another 30 seconds. So these are how the nails turned out. I think they turned out super cute and almost look exactly like the little sketch that I did draw. So it is time to top coat, and I am using the Classic Diamond Gel Top Coat from Kairos Nail Supply. I do always have our link down below, and not only that, we are having a 50% end of spring sale. So if you're interested in any products or you want to restock on any of your favorites, go ahead and use the link down below. Once I am finished top coating, I will go ahead and wipe the side walls just to keep the nice square shape, and then I will put them in the light for a full 60 seconds. But that is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!